Aylesbury News Weekly Roundup, and we start with record-breaking year for charities across the Thames Valley, with charities receiving over 5 million in donations from across Buckinghamshire, which shows how generous that Buckinghamshire people can really be. They also had a big donation from Thames Valley Police from ill-gotten gains, i.e. from criminals that have made money illegally, and that money is now going to good charities across the Thames Valley, which is a good thing. Then we had Thames Water saying that the demand for water across Aylesbury Vale is still increasing, and asking us to slow down and not to use our garden hoses and find other ways to save water so we don't end up with a water shortage. So, you know, if you do washing up in the sink in the bowl, afterwards use the water from the bowl to water your garden or something like that. Or, for example, if you go for a Jimmy Whittle, don't flush the toilet, wait until 2, maybe 3 people have had a Jimmy Whittle and then flush. That saves a lot of water. Last Saturday there was a fatal stabbing down on Buckingham Park. A man is being arrested and being held in custody under the Mental Health Act. The woman was sadly pronounced dead at the scene, and her son, who's also sustained injuries and is in hospital. I feel sorry for the lad. He's lost his mother and he's landed up in hospital with wounds of his own. Let's hope he gets a speedy recovery and justice is done. Buckinghamshire 3 Masons held a Young Carers Fun Day, so young carers could have a day off from looking after their parents or their siblings that may have serious illnesses. So it gave the youngsters a chance to be a child for the day and have fun, play games, run around and play with other kids, whilst other people look after their relatives, basically, for the day, to let them have fun. So that was very good of the Freemasons. The Freemasons also held a barbecue at Hagnam's annual beer fest, which was on Saturday when England were playing, and they laid on a big screen. They had a barbecue. All the money they made on the barbecue is going to local charities. So again, thank you to the Freemasons. The beer fest was another successful event, with hundreds turning out to try beers, ales and ciders. This year there was a Pimm's tent and a wine tent, so there was something for everyone basically, and a good day was had by all. Council, so this week we heard from the council saying that they have put £4.5 million aside to improve Aylesbury Town Centre, namely Market Square and Kingsbury, to make it more attractive and entertaining, more entertainment, to attract people into Aylesbury. We will give you more news on this as we get it, because at the moment it's only in the discussion phase, which is just talking about it and what they could possibly do to make it more attractive to draw people in. Back in February, Thames Valley Police found a hoard of power tools belonging to tradespeople across the Thames Valley and maybe further afield. So if you've got power tools that have been stolen before February of this year, Thames Valley Police may have your power tools. What they're asking you to do is phone them and give them an identifying mark or a serial number, and they will check to see if your power tools are there, and then you will be reunited with your power tools. If you know your tools and you've got identifying marks, a nickname on it or a serial number, you know it, phone the Thames Valley Police, tell them about your tools missing, and they will look for your tools, and if they have them, they will reunite you with them. Aylesbury Vale battles fuel poverty. This story was about people across the Vale and Buckinghamshire, and in fact the southeast, struggling to pay for their bills, their utility bills, the gas, water and electric, because prices keep going up, and they have to pay it, and because if they don't pay their water bill, you get cut off. If you don't pay your gas bill, you get cut off. Same with water, don't pay it, you get cut off. So what do? If you can't, you either lapse on your rent or your mortgage, or you go without gas, electric and water, putting people in poverty. It is a struggle. It's even harder nowadays because a lot of cuts have been made, even to people on low income and getting support. That's been cut. Many things have been cut. People that are unemployed, their benefits have been cut and they struggle, and they're trying to get a cap put on it so that it's not making people go into poverty, basically. A report came out this week about Aylesbury Vale missing appointment of targets for cancer waiting times. And what they mean by this is the time it takes for the patient to see it from being referred from their GP to the hospital, and that should only take 2 weeks from referral to the hospital, and then should get appointment within 2 weeks. And then they reckon if you have to have further treatment like radiotherapy, chemotherapy, it should be no more than 2 months waiting time. And they're missing out on these targets, not by a lot, but they are missing out on the targets, so they've got to improve apparently. And then of course this week there was on Wednesday when England played, there was an incident in Kingsbury where a man was assaulted and knocked to the floor where he hit his head and remains in hospital with life-threatening, and police are appealing for witnesses to that assault. That was on the night when England lost to Croatia by 2-1 in the semi-finals. And then today, on Saturday, we played Belgium and we lost 2-1, which made us come in 4th place, unfortunately. Last but not least, don't forget to support your local independent businesses. They get help from us by us advertising them, but they need your help too. That's Aylesbury News Roundup, Week Roundup. Please subscribe and leave comments below, and don't forget to share and like our videos. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and leave comments below. Oh, don't forget to share and like our videos. Thank you.